are joined by internationally known and 22-year-old psychic medium, Matt Fraser. Matt, thank you so much for being here.
Oh, it's great to be here, Kara.
And I love that you got your big show and you're doing all these things and you're going to be at Foxwoods, but you are a local yokel. You're a New Englander.
I am, and I love it.
You were born and raised. You were born in Boston, right?
No, I was born in Rhode Island.
Born in Rhode Island.
And now I'm living in the Boston area.
And now you're living in Boston. But you grew up in Rhode Island.
I did.
Awesome. So when you were really little, did you know you were psychic?
Well, I had people coming to visit me at night, and it wasn't, those here in the physical world. It was the spirits. And you have to remember that back in those days, my grandmother had the gift, and who was passed on to my mother and passed on to me. So being 4 years old, I knew that I could hear and see things that others could not, and it was scary to me.
Right, right. And I guess you were fortunate in that your parents were able to help you and support you because they knew what was going on.
Oh, absolutely. And my mom was the one who always told me, to embrace it. But at that age, I was so scared. I would be, in my bedroom, pulling the covers over my head. I didn't want to see. I didn't want to communicate with the departed just because it was scary at that age.
So now you're going out and you've actually made it a profession. At 22 years old, you're kind of touring all over the place. We've got tickets coming up to Foxwoods, this event coming up that people can go see you. How does it work for you? Like when you're in a crowd of people like that and you're going to do a reading, are you seeing everybody connected to those people or just certain people are coming through?
Well, basically what I say is that the other side runs the show. It's like a big family reunion coming there. It's all messages of love and inspiration and really just, those on the other side who come through one by one to pass messages to those in the audience. So we, this fathers, sisters, brothers, anyone who you can imagine comes through with all, basically memories of what they experienced here in this physical world, and then also validation so their loved ones in the audience know that they are forever with them and that they're safe and at peace.
And obviously for you, the gift is highly tuned and this is what you're doing. But in your audience, you like to stress you're a medium with a message. You've actually written a book where you talk about that we ourselves, all of us can connect to our psychic impulses or even to our departed loved ones? Oh,
absolutely. Our loved ones are all around us. They never leave us. So they're constantly giving us signs and symbols from the other side to show that they're with us at all times.
And so when we go to Foxwoods, I'm seeing it like this. Is this how it's going to be? How do you know who to go up to and who to get a reading, who to give a reading to?
Like I said, it's like the other side that basically runs the show. They just kind of like wave over. It's like kind of quick bits of information. I'll hear things, I'll see things, feel things. Any way that those on the other side can communicate with me to get the message through, they will. And
I know coming up you're going to do, you've already been doing some readings in our audience. In fact, poor Christina Ronimo still has to cook and she's wiping away tears over there. How are these messages healing for people?
Well, because it shows them that that bond of love never dies. And a lot of times people come to the events and they're wondering maybe they had conflict with someone before they passed, or maybe there was some, they're wondering, if that person is at peace on the other side. And really what these events show is that that bond of love is never broken, that dead is not dead. There is no separation, that your loved ones on the other side are still with you, just in a different way, and we can all feel them.
Let me ask you a question. My religion taught me that when you go to you check out, you're either going up or you're going down. You ever see people?
I haven't had anyone talk to me from down below, thank God. So to me, that world doesn't exist. I've only heard of people who come from the other side and tell me how wonderful it is and how wonderful it is to be able to watch over their family here in the physical world.
And you can't see anything negative about, like, will you get a message for somebody like, don't take the train next week, or something like that? Do you get anything like that?
No, they only bring through messages of comfort and ways that they can help us here in this world. What their message is to provide guidance to us here in this world. So if it's something that can be avoided or something that, is going to help us, then yes, they'll receive the message. But I don't get any messages like you're going to die or someone's going to pass or anything like that. It's all messages of inspiration because they want us to be happy here in this world.
A lot of people ask, like, God forbid they lose someone who's young. Do they stay young on the other side? Or if someone's very old, do they return to being young? From your perspective, what do you think happens?
Well, it actually comes through with their personality. It's whatever, their personality was here in this world. So if you had a grandfather who used to like to remember himself when he was like, 26 and, had all the women around him and so on and so forth, that's kind of how they come through with the readings, to kind of show off their personality and to show that that not much has changed on the other side. But most times they'll come through in a way that the audience or the person who's receiving the reading will be able to recognize them.
Do you have a private practice? So do you see people individually, or how does that? Or you're just doing these huge shows?
Well, I do the shows, but also if people need like a one-on-one in-depth session, I also do private readings by phone.
You do it
By
by
phone. Oh, okay.
And a lot of people ask about that, but I guess I've asked other psychics, they say energy is energy. You don't need to be with the person.
Well, here's the reason why, Kara, because I'm not reading you. I'm not looking at you for clues or anything like that. Basically, what it is quick bits of information where it's easier to read somebody by phone because you're connecting just with the energy and the person on the other side. And they're around all of us. So it's really like information that I'll receive when I get on the phone with the person. And usually the departed person comes beforehand to talk to me and tell me, you know, who they're looking for, who's, you know, for the client who's calling in, or, you know, what messages they already have before they even get on the phone.
Interesting.
Awesome. All right, well, your event is at Foxwoods March 23rd, 4 to 6. The tickets, we're going to have the information. It's at the Grand Celebrity Ballroom. Lots of people coming, and you'll have your book there, The Secrets to Unlocking Your Own Psychic Ability, as well. We're going to be giving away 4 tickets. So if someone out there is listening and thinking, hey, I really want to meet you, stay tuned, because you're going to come back and you're going to show how it works. We're going to get a little reading coming up.
Absolutely.
Wow. All right. In the meantime, Christine Geronimo's in the kitchen next. She's going to be showing us a quick and easy, it's canola.